Video number 2. And as you know, we are discussing a very important topic today. A very important piece of modern media, of modern animation. We're talking about one of my favorite shows, Attack on Titan. A true masterpiece, a work of art, but also dark. MAD, if you will. Now, unlike other shows and other animes, Pokemon, Haikyuu, where you got like these main characters who are completely being decimated and wrecked, let's say in a shonen by the main villain, all their bones are broken, they're just like on the floor, like, help me, I can't do anything, it's over, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not over, because then one of their friends holds their hand and boom, God mode, villain is done, blasted away. Power of friendship. Not Attack on Titan. There is struggle. Characters feel pain. There is death, raw death. Emotions are everywhere. And even in those small victories that they win, there still is constant struggle. Let me give you an example of what I think watching Attack on Titan feels like. Let's say you're in an empty room. Not too big, not too small. Call it the Goldilocks effect. It's you, and you realize another person's on the other side of the room. Except this person has a rocket launcher primed and aimed for your head, and you can see them slowly pressing the trigger, kind of slow motion-esque. And you may have enough time to stop him, you may not, but let's say you actually do get to him, you do some obstacle course leaps and jumps and a whole odyssey, a trek to get to them, let's say. Let's say you King Kong slap the rocket launcher out of their face. You did it, congratulations! Let's go, a victory! Then you turn around. There's another one. The same person, in fact. He's on the opposite side of the room. Another rocket launcher primed and aimed at your head. It's a loop. No matter how many times you keep winning, it seems like there are more and more enemies. There will always be another. That's what Attack on Titan is. It's a constant battle. Win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. You're in a loop. You're just stuck. More battles, more destruction, more killing. And at what cost? What is really going on? And how far can you really go? Now, sure, you can use a grater, shred up my cheesy statements, put it on your pasta, I don't care, whatever. To each their own, good sir. But the message is clear. Struggle. Now, let's talk about why I like the show. First, the characters. I mean, I'm not going to go too in-depth. No spoilers here. We don't do that here. No discrimination, of course. But Eren Yeager, Armin Arletto, Mikasa Akkamen. These characters with their dreams, passions, they all collide with the reality of their situation. Being birds in cages, stuck around these 100-meter-high walls with man-eating monsters on the other side. They can free themselves, but inevitably they realize that the world itself is just a giant cage, that no matter how many times you break yourself of these invisible shackles, there's just more. Like Armin, one of my favorite characters, for example, always dreaming about getting to see the ocean. And of course, if you're in these walls, that's impossible. Just to get to see this ocean, a place that merchants could spend their entire lives harvesting salt, and still there would be another lifetime's amount of salt. That idealistic world, except it's just the opposite in Attack on Titan. It's gloomy, it's dark, it's depressing. Let's get talking to something. Let's talk about a different aspect of the show. Music, an instrumental. Ha ha ha. No laughs here. Part of the show. Epic when the show calls for it. Somber when the mood's very gloomy. And vivid and alive. Really, you can feel the rumbling and the quakes and the shakes, and everything makes your head shake and spin and go for whirly-durlies, in fact. But enough talk. Use your ears. You get the idea. I may have exaggerated a little bit, but that is just a testament to how much I love the show and how much of a goofy goober I can be when I hear absolutely any part of the soundtrack. Now, imagine that high quality of music for every episode for, as of now, 79 episodes. I am asking you, as a speaker, pleading with your ethos, talk about my credibility. I've been watching the show since 8th grade, and consistently, every single episode, some slower than others, some better than others, has piqued my interest in developing the world around the show, the characters, and the music. Hop on the AOT Hindenburg before it blows up in your face. That is what I'm preaching right now. Just hop on. There's nothing else I can say. You gotta watch it. You gotta experience it. You don't want the final season on this show, airing every day, every Sundays, by the way, to end while you have nothing else to wait for. It'll be a masterpiece that is completed, and you will not be a part of the roller coaster-esque journey that I've been on. 8th grade with season 1, 10th grade for me for season 2, season 3, my senior year of high school. High school was defined by this show, to be honest, and other animes, but this one specifically. But for last, I want to talk about the story. I'm not going to ruin the experience and tell you exactly what happens, no. I'm just telling you that there aren't any concrete roles the characters fill. It's about perspective. There are no villains. There are no heroes, anti-heroes, protagonists, antagonists. It's all from your view. And constantly you find yourself being torn at 2 sides, 3 sides even, because all these characters and their actions are justified in their own heads. You see this occur throughout the show, at first rooting for Eren Yeager and the squad, but you soon realize that, I can't say this next part, but across the walls, over the sea, everyone is the same. There are no devils of another nation. There are no monsters across the walls. Everyone is human. Everyone goes through the same experiences, the same struggles that you do. It's not one-dimensional. 2? No. Not even 3. I would argue we're going into time. 4-dimensional characters. Yes, you have no idea what I'm talking about right now, but people who have watched the final season, yeah, you get it. You've heard the few reasons that I love this show. Just watch the first episode, though. That's all I ask for. It's an amazing hook. Better than a monkey eating a banana for the first time, arguably. I don't know. Monkeys are kind of bananas. Another joke, but this is a serious discussion. I'm not playing any games. That's all I got to say today. Tomorrow, the next day, who knows what I'll be talking about. But I mean, nature is real. Take care. D-Seeker out.